Good afternoon. My name is Jim Rowney, and I'm with Don Patterson, who's a guest from Billings today. He's come in special to announce the appearance of a nationwide guest speaker at the Institute for Peace Studies, of which he is a director. Don, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, Jim. We're having a guest speaker here in Montana, Tom Sutherland, the former hostage in Lebanon, and he will be appearing at the Alberta Bear Theater February 23rd. That's a Tuesday evening, and I'm traveling around the state letting people know in different communities around Montana that this speaker will be here for an exclusive appearance in Montana the 23rd. It's at 8 o'clock at the Alberta Bear Theater, and I'll be appearing at various sites around the state. We're trying to invite folks to come.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the speaker, Mr. Sutherland?
Tom Sutherland was a faculty member at Colorado State University in Fort Collins, Colorado. He was at the Animal Science Department and was posted overseas to the American University in Beirut, where he was the Dean of the College of Agriculture and Food Science. At that time, he was abducted by the Islamic Jihad and was the second longest held captive in the Beirut hostage situation. Terry Anderson was the other one that was the longest held, but Mr. Sutherland was 77 months in captivity, and he will be addressing Lessons from Captivity is what the title of his speech will be.
Has he given this presentation elsewhere?
Yes, he has. He's been on several. He's been on McNeil Lehrer News. He's been on several, the Today Show, and quite a few of the national news organizations have interviewed him. But they say that his full-length presentation is really something that you don't want to miss.
We are very fortunate to have Mr. Sutherland speak under the auspices of the Institute for Peace Studies. The Institute, can you tell us a little bit more about the Institute, Don?
Well, the Institute's been in existence now for about 3 years. It has been an official, been officially organized for 3 years. It has about 2 years prior organizational work to get it going to the point that it's at now. The Institute was formed to promote peace studies as an academic area throughout the region, in higher education especially. Rocky Mountain does offer a minor degree in that area now, and we are hopeful of being able to promote and interest peace studies degrees in the other institutions of higher education in the state of Montana. In addition to that, we do a lot of work with teaching conflict management with various organizations, public and private, throughout the state. We have also been very supportive of the various exchange programs that are going on throughout Montana. We recently worked with the Montana-Kazakhstan Exchange Project in helping them when they had a guest visitor come over from Kazakhstan. And we've also had some contacts with the Native American communities in Montana and begun to address some issues that are arising there.
Well, it sounds exciting. I think that people from Missoula would be perhaps interested in making the trek over to Billings to find out more about the Peace Institute, in addition to seeing Mr. Sutherland on the 23rd. Can you tell us a little bit more about what the center has been doing in recent years?
The Institute has been primarily engaged in finding out what peace studies programs look like in other parts of the country. Rocky Mountain College joins 100 other universities and institutions across the United States, ranging from very small church-related colleges, liberal arts colleges, such as Rocky Mountain, all the way up to MIT, University of Hawaii, the University of Notre Dame. Some of the big name schools also are having these curricula added to their degree packages, so that there are upwards of 80 schools that offer undergraduate degrees and something like 20 schools that offer master's levels or higher in peace studies.
Okay. Well, Don, you and I are both associated with the Institute. I'm the Missoula board member, and you're the executive director, and I know that we're excited about the Institute. Can you tell us a little bit more about this first ever Peace Studies Institute in Montana?
Okay, Jim, it started as an idea that I had about 5 years ago, and I began to bounce it off some other people in the state. thinking of ways that we could make peace into something that we can move into the mainstream of our society and not be just identified with the activist movements and the various peace movements that have gone on throughout the history of our country. And that's when I became interested in the notion that there is an academic area called peace studies, and that it actually has degree work behind it. So I took the idea to some people and began to refine it, and as part of the early steps in forming the Institute, I wrote to all of our congressional delegation in Washington saying what we wanted to do, and that it was a nonpartisan effort, and soliciting their support. And of course, Representative Williams immediately responded in the affirmative, and two other congresspeople likewise did respond positively. We only had one holdout, but I won't mention who that was, but he's no longer in Congress. But we did have a good response from our congressional delegation in terms of supporting this idea of a nonpartisan academic effort to begin to spread the knowledge that we have about how people get into conflict and how they might get out of conflict if they have the intention.
So the focus has been to approach it from the mainstream, or appeal to the mainstream, and to indicate there's a certain body of knowledge out there that can be tapped into.
Yes, that there is a very definite growing body of knowledge in this area, and that body of knowledge does deserve academic attention and deserves to be awarded as a degree area.
So to get back to our featured speaker, his name is Tom Sutherland. Do you have a
Well, we do have this.
Look at.
This is a newsletter that we recently sent out to advise the people, the members of the Institute for Peace Studies around the state, that we were going to have Mr. Sutherland come and be our speaker.
And he's speaking where and when again?
He's going to be at the Alberta Bear Theater in downtown Billings on February 23rd. The evening's performance starts at 8:30. If the tickets are only $6, we've kept the cost as low as possible so the maximum number of people can hear him. If people want more information or want to order tickets ahead, they can call 256-6052 and get tickets set aside if they want to. And we hope that perhaps there'll be a delegation from Missoula come down and listen to Mr. Sutherland.
Well, we would think there'd be some people that would want to carpool and head over there and perhaps take that in on that evening. Thank you very much for making the trip to Missoula today.
Thank you, Jim.
Yep. Well, Sarah?